Shirvan Speaks podcast is brought to you by FitzGerald Financial Group, a division of Town Bank Mortgage. NMLS number 512138. Shirvan Joseph, our host, is NMLS registered. NMLS number 188513. The contents of this podcast are for informational and educational purposes only. We are not financial advisors. Shirvan Joseph and FitzGerald Financial Group are equal housing lenders. This is not a commitment to lend. Enjoy.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Shirvan Speaks from FitzGerald Financial Town Bank. I'm Shirvan Joseph and I'm happy to be with you once again with the founder and president of FitzGerald Financial Group, which is a division of Town Bank Mortgage. We always speak to Dan FitzGerald, usually at the beginning of or in the middle of the year when things are going hot and heavy. And so this is a great time to speak to him because the market has been, with the tariff word and with the interest rates a little volatile. However, we're still doing business and we're knocking it out in the park as far as originations and so forth. So good opportunity to speak to Dan FitzGerald. So without further ado, I'll welcome the legendary founder of FitzGerald Financial Group, Dan FitzGerald.
Thank you, Shirvan.
Thank you.
Sure. You say we're doing business.
Yes.
I mean, we're up 10-12% year over year. Okay? We're not just surviving.
Oh, no.
We're thriving. Make sure people know.
And I wanted to give that impression. I wanted to let them know the truth. Is that
make sure.
We are. What's the state of the Fitz market? And when I say the Fitz market, what is the state of the market in Fitz size and coming from you?
Look, we have challenges.
Right.
And we have challenges maybe we haven't had to deal with before.
Right.
And I would say that a lot of the challenges start and end with question marks.
Okay.
And when you start and end with a question mark, you really need more help.
Sure.
Because you need more guidance. And there's not a perfect scenario right out there right now.
Right.
But one thing I do know is it's a great time to buy.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why it's a great time to buy is because unlike the last couple of years where we were dealing so much with buyer frustration, where they wrote 10, 12, 11 contracts, they were one of 10, 12, 15 offers on everything, things were getting bid up. We're starting to see a more normal market as far as, hey, if you write a good offer, if you're full price, and you can settle fast, which
right.
You've got a much better chance of getting the home that you want and getting what your family needs.
Right.
And that's what people ought to focus. Don't get so worried about the rate. I mean, the rates are still good. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. This was the time when we were in double digits.
These are still, well, forget all that even here. If the rates were 5% right now,
right,
the properties would be 10% more.
Correct.
So
correct.
This is when the education becomes imperative, and that's our job.
Yes, we educate,
and we're good at that.
Literacy is what we do.
Let's make sure that we're giving people the opportunity to buy in a positive market, which is what we're in.
Where do you think consumer confidence is?
Well, the question mark. The guy who 30 days ago was pulling his money out of the stock market.
Yeah.
30, he wishes he was back in now.
That's right. I'm going all cash.
And buying real estate isn't a gamble.
No, it isn't.
Sometimes it's a short-term profitable play.
Right.
But long-term, it's always a profitable play. So
right.
If you buy right and you buy something that meets your family's needs, it's a great time to buy. And if you look at what's happened during this, I'm going to call other option, the rental scenario, that's going crazy. So if you look at, should I buy now or should I wait now? Buy now.
And I always ask you this, and it evolves as time goes on. What makes FitzGerald Financial Group different, particularly in this climate, that where loan officers should be seeking to come see us to talk about joining?
Well, one, always education. We stress so much education here.
Right.
Two is our ability to do things quick. When we're in this market right now, speed is still winning deals.
Correct.
Our 8-day close still is the mark of the industry. No one can touch it. We prepare them and all the steps that we do with the platinum approval and stuff, which we won't get into all that today, but I mean, that's the platform, you know.
Yes.
And then we figure loans out.
Right.
I mean, you know, I know there was 3 deals that came in the last 4 or 5 days that are going to close this month that somebody else had already said no to. They didn't know the guidelines. They weren't they weren't, you know.
Education again.
I mean, you know, that people misinterpret or take a conservative stance always. And so, you know, we're on the cutting edge of doing things, you know, in a manner that's going to best represent our customer and still stay compliant. It's just a different service level, and we're run by a sales force, which I think gives us the right attitude.
Sure.
I mean, we are a sales-driven company. We're not, you know, we don't look for reasons to stipulate or red tape stuff. We look for ways to make things happen. So that has always been our platform. It hasn't changed, but it gets renewed with every new opportunity, every new market, every new challenge. And when we get in this question mark market, our value goes up.
The great thing about the question marks is that we have an answer for those question marks.
Absolutely.
So, with all of that said, around the Beltway, we're doing at a fast speed. We've got tradition. We've got the best workforce. And when I say the best workforce, the best support system in the industry, in our opinion.
No. You don't say your opinion. That's
a fact.
Once you've done it, you don't have to say, you know.
That's why.
So, I mean,
that's why I love it.
So we talk about our sales force. People don't leave. Nobody leaves on our staff.
No.
You know, we've got great longevity
term
there.
Yeah. Yes.
And we've got great people who are, you know, I joke around, these other people call them the green team, blue team, yellow team, all this stuff. I mean, we're all on the same team.
Sure.
And you know, we're all part of our communities where we work. You know, your loan processor, your loan underwriter, you know, they're part of our community. So, you know, we don't process 3 states away. We do it all here. And we have a great, amazing group. And, you know, as I always say, I love my job. I love the people I do it with.
That's right. And with that said, you know, over the years, and I don't know how many years it's been, but FitzGerald Financial Group has been the winner of the best place to work for, 10 years in a row?
Yeah, something like that. I always say success leaves clues. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing is, you know, we didn't gut our company when things went down. We haven't lost one processor closer or underwriter that goes work for our competition, not just last year or the year before, ever.
Right.
People don't leave to go work someplace else. And so we have a great platform. We have a great management team. So I'm very proud of all that. And, you know, I hate to say it, maybe I'm warped in the hip, but I love these challenges. I love filling in the blanks on the question mark. And when I go to some of these, I'm going to call it organizational meetings where everybody's talking gloom and doom and this and that, I kind of get back in my car and smile and say, we got this.
Tell us about some new products that have come out, like the doctor's loan.
The doctor's loan's been one that's just, you know, getting ready to take off. You know, we've been very aggressive in the I-10 community.
Sure.
People who maybe don't have a social security number. We've
done
a lot of these investor loans where they're based solely off of the cash flow, the property, necessarily the cash flow of the buyer.
Sure.
And, you know, the funny thing is real estate agents get those loans more than anybody else.
Yes.
So we're going to keep quite a few things on those. You know, right now, very proud that we've got a little promotional thing going, and we're filming this right before Memorial Day. You know,
yes, and
giving everybody you get a mortgage, you get a nice.
This is pretty awesome.
I mean, it's an awesome flag. You know, everybody spent their time with me there knows I'm a big believer. You don't have to be political. No. You could be patriotic, and we live in a great country.
Right.
We like to get the flag. We wave the flag. You know, we do a lot of things a little bit different than other people do when it comes to that.
Sure.
And so, you know, I'm grateful for everything I've got. I got everything I got because of all the opportunities that America offers us.
With that said, I just wanted to just touch on a couple of things. Tell us about what your thoughts are with recruiting.
So we don't have a headhunter out there. That's going to be consistent. That's not a change.
Right.
And, you know, we find people that recruiting wise, they come to us as often as we go after them. But we recruit people. When the good people are available, we want to get. You know,
right.
We're not one of those people that, you know, are always out there looking for the disgruntled people somewhere else. We're looking for the people that are maybe even happy where they're at, but you want a better opportunity.
And we're the opportunity that will make them better.
Absolutely, 100%.
Town Bank Mortgage, tell us their role with us at this point and where we are.
I always say that everything that I wouldn't do well, they do for us.
Correct.
You know, we don't have to worry about having sovereignty, or we don't have to worry about a warehouse line.
Right.
We don't have to worry about the licensing stuff not getting processed and done properly. They're a very strong financial institution. We don't have to worry about, you know, our healthcare or this or that. So we're able to give our employees more benefits.
Right.
But that all translates into getting, you know, the ability to give our customers absolutely the best service. Well, we're the largest bank in home based in Virginia.
Right.
And we're going to make you feel like you're the only customer when you walk in, and you're going to feel that local thing. And like I always tell people, you know, you go to apply for a loan at one of these big companies, you're not going to impact us like they do us.
Right.
So our employees impact our families,
Mm-hmm.
and we try and impact them, and they'll feel that. And that's why we don't have to advertise.
That's right.
We don't spend money. Oh, we don't spend money out there advertising. We're on the back of the bus. We're not on a billboard.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do TV commercials. We don't do radio commercials. Everything we do is referral based.
Right.
And it works.
And it works in a big way.
So we're going to continue growing. Sure.
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Appreciate it.